Hi guys, today I want to talk to you about some other auto-reloading tanks in the Italian tank tree, and this time I'm going to talk to you about the Progetto 66. Keeping into the tradition with the previous one, it's also an auto-reloader, and I think from the entire line this is the best auto-reloader. We don't like to speak about the Tier 10, the Rinoceronte, because I don't know. It's just from what I've seen, it's not that good. This is basically the top of the line for the Rinoceronte. Right now we're going to be going through some gameplay of the Progetto 66 and then go through the post-game stats. As in the previous Progetto video, I do like the art in the screensavers that Wargaming has recently. The TS5, like the 260 and all of those other tanks, they just look good. They look good. Right, so we are going to be looking right now at the replay for the Progetto 66 in a game in which it's middle tier, right? So there are 3 top tier tanks, and then there are a bunch of tier 8 tanks. This is kind of the ideal situation for this tank. You'll do quite a bit of damage in this kind of a situation, and this is a map in which, well, you don't reload the fastest, so it doesn't really matter that you're a bit slower to the party. So I'm just gonna wait until I get to the top of the hill and then try and unload. So this is the best position. From my side it's a bit riskier, but it's the best position for the beginning of the game because you're gonna be able to get flanking fire on the enemies and also spot quite a bit of tanks that are trying to flank. I did try and fire at the shock, unfortunately just went a little bit on the other side, and then I'm trying to also get another shot on the CC over there, but I'm getting shot by the shock. So there are 2 TDs that are making life pretty miserable for me at the moment. Right now I'm just waiting a little bit. I do have the luxury of being able to reload for quite a little bit of time, so I'm just gonna wait just to make sure that I reload. And there's a pretty aggressive guy in the T28. I managed to set him on fire, and in 3 shots he's dead, and that's how we do 2k damage. Now unfortunately this little adventure cost me, as always, because I'm a bit too aggressive. It cost me half my HP, though due to the fact that I killed that guy, well, I'm not that concerned about it. Now I was debating whether to fire towards the MX, but it would mean to expose myself again, and I'm not fully reloaded, so I need to wait. I noticed that the shock or the Shrek, how people call it, wasn't there anymore, and I don't know where this shot went, but it wasn't pretty. Fire the second one, that's a critical hit. So yeah, you win some, you lose some, sometimes it doesn't work as you would like to. And now it's an actual position where the enemies are trying to flank us and relocate. And I think this is a mistake from the enemy side, because they left the 279 over there kind of alone, and this guy in the 257, it's a bit too aggressive. I noticed that my position isn't the greatest, I kind of baited his shot and also made a mistake over there. Fire once, critical hit, the second one finally it went in. I was thinking about firing the third shot, but again it's not worth it because the reload is too long on this thing. And I do like to have at least a couple of rounds just to be able to fire if needed. So I'm at 2.4k damage right now. I do want to fire towards the E75. I'm exposing a little bit, fire one, and then try and finish him off with the second one. And I'm firing the third one just for good measure against the 257 because I do want to reload for a little bit, just take stock of the situation, because yeah, there are a few things happening around here. There's that 279, looking at him, got a bit of spotting damage. He was a bit too aggressive. This is something that I notice happens a lot today. A lot of people are way too aggressive, and they shouldn't be. I fired towards this 257, and he's also killed. And now it's basically ring around the rosy on the top of the hill. So I'm just trying to get everything in place. I need to be patient. This tank, you need to be patient because it's not as fast as other tanks. But once you get it going, then yeah, it just feels satisfying. 4.2k damage, and yeah, only half of the enemy team has been spotted and also been basically eliminated. We do have a good advantage in numbers, but the problem is that if you look at the HP, it's pretty close. They do have quite a bit of extra HP as opposed from us. I did wait until I was fully reloaded. I got a bit closer, and then I got the kill. I'm at 5 kills with Progetto, and yeah, it was basically a really nice game. The problem, as you see right now, is that I don't really have too many shots left which are on the standard ammo. So wait, and then fire again. Needs to wait again, and now the RT is killed. So almost 5k damage. I got the top gun, and I'm pretty happy about this. And I have a decision. Do I go and try in the cap, or do I go back and try and reset the cap over there? The enemies were a bit too maybe confident, or maybe they didn't thought that they could keep the base in place, and they got on the lip of the hill on that side. And yeah, I'm just reloading, and I had to reload again because I only had 2 extra standard rounds, and I just want to make sure that I use all of those shots in. So now there's a decision to make. I decide to go after the Char, which is probably gonna go on the lip of the hill. I wait, and now it takes a little bit to aim properly in this tank. The first one only took the tracks from the light tank, the second one went in, and the third one went in as well. Now, I took a big shot from the Leo prototype, but the Leo is now dead. And as you see, the enemy team is falling apart quite fast. At this point I should be a bit more aggressive and go towards this guy, but I was just, should I just wait and reload? And this is an issue with this tank. If you wait too much to reload, then you kind of miss on some damage. So sometimes it's better to just go towards the damage and get it. And in quite a fast game, I managed to get 5.6k damage and also spotted for 1.3. So in total this rounds up to around 7k damage in a tank which is fairly enjoyable. You get a top gun, and yeah, just play the game. Just play the game. Don't overexpose, because a lot of people are playing way too aggressive right now, and punish the enemy's mistakes. And now let's go for the game stats. Let's go for the game stats and see yeah, the final stats, and then we're gonna wrap up the video. Okay, so in this game I played the game in the in the Progetto C50 mod 66. In this game I did 5.6k damage and also spotted for 1.2, bit of blocking, and I got the mastery badge. This result gave me 1.6k base experience with it and 5.6 total damage. Also leading to pretty nice profit, taking into account that I don't really have any kind of reserves except for those from the clan. So I fired 21 shots in this game. I managed to hit 20, and out of those 16 were pens. So I have to say that I do really enjoy this tank. It's from the tier 9s, I think. I might say at least from the non-premium ones, this is my favorite. and as you see, the stats kind of show it. Um, and yeah, it's a really good tank. I got a Top Gun, high caliber, and also the mastery badge. I'm gonna just apply this as well. And I don't even have it maxed yet, so this is a tank in which I still haven't unlocked this gun, and I still have a long way towards the Rinoceronte. But even like this, without any field modifications or anything like this, this is a bloody good tank. So what does why is this tank special? Well, the same as the Progetto 46, this tank does have 9 degrees of gun depression. It has 3 rounds with some excellent penetration and also excellent average damage per minute. The good thing about the tank is that it can fire 3 shots with an intercrypt load of 3.5 seconds, meaning that you can fully aim, because the tank does have some good aim time. You can fully aim between your shots and then use the gun good accuracy and also dispersion values to pump pretty accurate shots from it. Now, the tank does have around 38 seconds reload to the final shot, but it does have that special Italian heavy tank autoloading mechanic, where if you go to more than half of the, I think half, I'm not sure actually, but I'll just go for it. If you manage to reload more than half of them, of the shot, then you'll get the bonus even if you fire the second or the shot before that, and you're gonna be reloading the next shot pretty even if you fire the next shot, you're gonna be reloading it pretty nicely. So why is this tank also special? Although the average damage per minute isn't something great, and yeah, the DPM, it's nothing to write home about in this tank, it does have some pretty nice turret armor. This turret armor will allow you to bounce a few shots, and also the gun depression is the thing that makes the tank hard to hit. So if you go on a ridgeline, as you're going to be seeing a bit, as you are seeing in this replay, then you can actually use the best things about the tank. For a heavy tank, this tank is also pretty mobile. It has 13 specific power to weight ratio, which is decent enough to actually go around the battlefield, and the top speed isn't half bad. You can also improve those by using the field mods, but yeah, you're gonna be seeing that. The one thing I'm not a fan of, to be honest with you, is the fact that this tank would need a bit more shots. So on the equipment side, actually this is one of those tanks in which I think that the improvement of the rotation mechanism can be pretty useful. You can also go for the dispersion, but I think this actually works pretty nicely because you're gonna be moving your turret quite a bit, and also the hull to relocate, to move below the hill, to pick again, and so on and so forth. The key with this tank, as in most autoloaders or auto reloaders in this case, is to actually time your shots. And by timing your shots, I mean don't use that final shot, especially in this tank, unless you really need it. So if you need it, then okay, sure. But then you need to make sure that you have the time to actually reload. The good thing about this tank is that it has 400 average damage per shot, so although it isn't necessarily the highest DPM tank, it can do some pretty good damage in a short amount of time, and then you have the time to pull back, take stock of the situation, and also keep looking menacing for the enemy team or the enemies, especially if they don't know how fast are you reloading. So other things to consider, maybe improving the aiming, but I don't think that's that important in this tank. In my opinion, is the vents, the improved rotation mechanism, the vertical stabs, and maybe the turbo and also the coated optics. So pick whatever you like from those 5. You should need the vents though. The vents make everything move a bit smoother. I also like the coated optics because I just like to spot, but that's a personal preference of me. I wouldn't hold it against you if you just use both of those or the turbo to get on the battlefield just a little bit faster. Still, if you go down a hill, this tank will actually get to its top speed pretty nicely, so it's okay, it's okay. And it's a heavy tank, so yeah. Okay, other than that, it's a tank that I don't know why, but it kind of feels right for me, you know? It just feels right. In 42 battles I have 67% win rate with it and quite a bit of damage done. I don't really play it all that much today, but yeah, it just works. I'm not sure what to tell you. The tank just works for me, and I do get I did got quite a number of good results in it. I'm using on the crew side. I use the mentor just to improve everything a bit faster than the situational awareness and the recon. Like I said, I like to scout. It's a personal defect. Then yeah, this is extra, nice to have, but not necessary. Dead Eye, a bit of firefighting, repairs, because you'll need repairs. So you should prioritize Brother in Arms, then those two, recon maybe and situational awareness, then repairs. The repairs are actually really nice on this tank. Smooth ride and also clutch braking. If you want to control impact, why not? Go for it. I'm a late comer on the intuition train, but I think it has its uses. I don't really use I don't really change ammunition that much unless I actually need to, because of the fact that you run out of ammo. And this tank, I feel that you run out of ammo a bit too fast. It only has 36. And yeah, a bit of concealment, although this is a heavy tank, you're not gonna be unspotted by anything. And yeah, all in all, this is I don't know, it's a tank that just works. It works, and for me it prints victory, so I can't argue with that, right? Now, thank you very much for watching this replay, and if you did enjoy it, maybe consider giving a like and also maybe share or subscribe, all the jazz, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.